Oh, shush you, little one. Yeah, just getting set up. Yeah, just getting set up. Oh, not you. Let's mute you. Oh, good morning, everybody. Just getting ready for the day. People cooking breakfast in the background. We're getting ready to get some slides shipped out. Today's going to be a bit of a family day. We're going to be going out and doing some stuff with the family. But figured, what the heck, let's do a live in the morning. Talk about slides while I get stuff shipped and ready. And whatever else people want to talk about. I've got 4 to ship out right now. The cat won't leave me alone this morning. Ah, come here, you. Hey, Bill Poole, what's going on? Why is it every time I go to do a live, you just want attention, little kitty? What the heck? Oh, and there you go. Oh, just getting ready for the morning. Family cooking breakfast in the background. We got to get ready for the day, go do some family events. But I've also got some slides I got to ship out. So figured, what the heck, let's do a morning live. We'll get those slides ready to roll. I need scissors. What else do I need? Paper, plastic, and a box, and some slides. There we go. Get all my wrapping stuff in the background, and hopefully the cat doesn't come over here and tear it to pieces. Which is definitely her plan, because I can see her looking at me. But how are we all doing this morning? How's everybody following after SHOT Show, after what's going on in Virginia, California? Nope. I will lock you up this morning, kitty. Blue Jay, what's going on, brother? Let's see, this should be enough for this box. There we go. I forgot the scale. That's what I forgot. Tony the Tiger, SM19 Zoom slide. Have you guys seen the shark slide yet? Where did I put that scale? Well, I've got the scale here somewhere. Yeah, one of the is it Lone Shark over on Instagram? I'll go pull it up. There it is. Lone Star Shark over on Instagram. Oop, oop. There we go. Haha. Hey, Christopher Lewis, what's going on, brother? But yeah, we did a custom shark stencil for him. I think it came out pretty good. We might do other stuff like that in the future. I don't know. Someone wants us to do like a shark camo, where the sharks are different colors and create a camo pattern. We'll see. We'll see what Justine and the painters want to do. But yeah, that came out looking pretty good, I think. Oh yeah, it'll probably fall through. Hopefully it'll fall through. The issue is they keep trying. Like California, great example. They tried to do the you can only buy one firearm a month bill, like every 30 days. And then that fell through. That was ruled unconstitutional. So now they're trying to do, well, now you can only get 3 a month. They're trying to find that magic number where people are just willing to acquiesce on the Constitution. Oh yeah, that's kind of what's cool with this is, yeah, we didn't create a new model, but we came out and created new. Nope. I see what you're trying to do, Cat. Cat wants my wrapping materials. We've done a lot of slide styles, not so much new designs, but definitely new Cerakote styles that we were showcasing at SHOT Show. And we do have a couple new slide models in the background. Of course, the 43, the 26, but there's a couple of 19 models that we kind of want to make. And, you know, if those do well, they'll translate to the other models as well. One of them has a name, one of them doesn't. I can't really talk about them yet because they're not, you know, ready, not official. But it is something that, yeah, we might end up doing. These 2 models, actually 3 models in the background, come to think of it. Yeah. So yeah, something we might do in the background, and you know, if people like them, if distributors like them, we'll translate them over to the 26, the 17, so on and so on. Where's my scale? Ah, there it is. The scale. Haven't had my morning coffee yet. Oh yeah, the cat is always like that every time I go on a live. And I think it's jealous. Cat's probably jealous. It's like, hey, what are you doing over here? Who are these people you're talking to that I can't see? Okay, let's move you there. Let's move you here. Let's move those there. Oh yeah, I need a couple cups. Get my morning coffee. I did revert to energy drinks during SHOT Show just because it was that long. Now I'm back off them again. And you just couldn't have coffee every freaking time. And I was like, I need something cold. I need something carbonated. Energy drink, fine. We're breaking the fast there. Okay, so what are we looking at here? 4.8 ounces. That should translate across all. What's it going to be like in the box? That's the biggie. Shipping out multiple slides. Actually, I should probably print out the shipping information for a bunch of that beforehand. So disorganized this morning. But that's okay. It's supposed to be my day off. What are those, right? What even is a day off? Okay, does that still measure at 4.8? Still measures at 4.8. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay, let's turn you up, and I'm out of receipt paper. Okay. It's turning into the most unorganized morning I've had in a while. And I'm pretty sure I've shown you guys my new coffee cup. I don't remember. It's a fidget spinner revolver coffee cup. I'm having fun with it. MCK? I'm gotten some brain fog this morning, man. Elaborate. If it's designed to work with Glock, it should work. Was it a conversion kit of some kind? Conversion kit. Yeah, they've worked with conversion kits. We've never tested them on all of them, of course, but plenty of customers have used them on conversion kits. Ours should work as long as it's designed for the Gen 3 19 and 17. Should work just fine. I'm looking at the pulling the MCK up right now. For some reason, they say they're not compatible with the Gen 1 and 2 models of Glock. Which seems strange to me because Gen 1 through 3 is pretty universal. Go away, cat. I know, you see the slide spin, and I know you want it. But it's not for you. For those of you old enough, those are not Joanna eggs. What, you don't remember Rescuers Down Under? With the eagle? The monitor lizard? Girl, we've got to get you so many more Disney movies. As a classic. Rescuers. Okay, so you are following me. Okay. Yeah. The cat's fun. Okay, let's start our first set of wrap. Cookies and cream slide shipped yesterday. Right on, man. I love that slide. When we first did that, I was like, no way. That's cookies and cream. And they're like, yep, that's what we're calling it. Oh, yeah, it should get there real quick then. Especially since all Arizona shipping gets hubbed in through Phoenix. So, yeah, it should get to you pretty quick. It's hilarious, though, when we have to ship something to somebody local and it still hubs to Phoenix and then comes down here. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, we should do a proton slide. Ideas. So many ideas. Okay, you go here, you go there. I know I'm still doing this on YouTube because it's simple. And I'll drop the links because we are transitioning more to Instagram and more to Rumble. So I will drop the links for you guys. I will still do stuff on YouTube. Just YouTube has become honestly less gun friendly, and everyone needs to be aware of how anti 2A they've been being. So I will drop the links for our Instagram and for our Rumble. That's your oven. No cat. Go. Shoot. My wrapping materials. My Joanna eggs. Hey, Yadgar. Baker Yadgar? Yadgar. What's going on, man? You can find them on our website. They range from like 150 to 300. Depending on if you're getting stripped, complete, you know, which style. About 150 to 300-ish. That said, nothing gets sold on YouTube. Stiffler Manufacturing is a licensed business. We do not sell firearms. We do not ship overseas, being, you know, confirmation of ITAR. In compliance of ITAR. No back alley stuff here. We pay taxes. And the cat found a box or something. If you own any kind of shipping business, cats are not your friend. They're going to eat your boxes. They're going to eat your wrapping materials. It's what they do. There we go. So it's not as easy to use. The camera angles are different. The setup's a little different. It's not difficult. It's just, I think YouTube's a little more intuitive. YouTube runs a little easier. So Rumble requires just a little bit of practice, especially when it comes to like tagging things. Hey, I see you, cat. I see you. I see you, cat. Yeah. We all are. We're all creatures of habit. Unfortunately, the 2A world is going to be constantly evolving because Facebook, eBay, Amazon, anything meta, so even Instagram where we can post stuff, not too friendly. Threads, not too friendly. Linktree, a lot of businesses use Linktree. All of those are anti-gun. All of those are anti-Second Amendment. They want to restrict it in some capacity. So the 2A community, Reddit absolutely hates the Second Amendment. So, any 2A community needs to be adaptive. So we've got to figure out different platforms, different communities, different ways of reaching each other. And for businesses, different ways of marketing to each other. Because Facebook, yeah, there's still 2A groups there that Facebook loves to oppress. Reddit, still 2A groups there. They love to oppress them. eBay, you can sell some stuff there, but you have to do it heavily restricted, and you have to list stuff certain ways. For example, we have a color called Sniper Gray. It's an H-Series Cerakote, really nice. A lot of people like it. But because of the word sniper, eBay would pull our listings. Same thing with another color we had way back when called Bazooka Pink. Think bazooka gum, right? For some reason, bazooka was not okay. Like someone's literally going to sell a bazooka on eBay. So it's just the wordplay games that you have to play. So we had to call it, we hate changing the names of stuff. Like this one here. This is Graphite Black 146 and Arctic White 125. Why do I want people to know what they are? So you can color match. This is Hunter Orange and Graphite Black. This is Bright Purple. This is Shimmer Aluminum. This is Graphite Black that's been distressed. This is Gold. This is Burnt Bronze. I'm not changing the names of them so you guys can't color match easily. But eBay forced us to change the names of a few of them. So instead of calling it Sniper Gray, get this, Gunmetal Gray was okay. Sniper Gray, not okay. Gunmetal Gray was okay. Bazooka Pink, not okay. We had to call it Bubblegum Pink. Just stupid little word plays that you had to do to get around things. We were going to go on Native Gun. Unfortunately, they got, if I understand everything correctly, they got bought out and then it got shut down. If I understand how that went down. I could be wrong. So if someone finds out, more of like what actually happened with them, Native Gun was going to try to be the new eBay firearms stuff. Work with FFLs and be able to get, kind of like Gunbroker, but, a more eBay, Amazon feel to it. And I thought that was kind of neat. We actually had listings on there. We had stuff set up on there. And then they got bought out and, gone. So, unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, for the 2A communities around the country, we've got to be adaptive. We've got to figure out, hey, these platforms don't like the 2A. Hey, these platforms are against us. Why are we utilizing these platforms to such a heavy degree? Yeah, having the actual word gun was okay, right? Sniper bad, gun metal okay. eBay makes no sense on a lot of their stuff. And stuff you're hearing in the background, I am wrapping up some slides, and I'll be printing out, no cat, this is my wrapping paper. The cat's all disappointed. Yeah, sniper bad, gunmetal okay, bazooka bad. Like, it's just the name of the color. I'm surprised they didn't get us for NRA blue, because NRA blue is the actual name of the color. We didn't name it that. And people have told us, they're like, hey, you need to change the name of that. I'm like, we prefer Gun Owners of America or FPC or, you know, local grassroots organizations. And I'm like, we didn't name the color. It's just the color we're using. Like, nothing we can do about it. Oh, this is going to be a fun one to box up. So yesterday we had 4 sales across like a 2-hour period, all to 4 different people, and all of them 4 slides apiece. So that was pretty cool. So that's what I'm boxing up back here. I used to do a lot more of these wrapping sale videos, like, you know, showing people, hey, this is stuff I'm boxing up, whatever. But we just got so busy. A lot of it gets handled at the shop. And, you know, good thing. You know, bad for content, I suppose, but good for business. Oh, yeah, totally crazy. My coffee should be ready. Oh, my coffee's already here. See, I am so scatterbrained this morning. Oh, coffee. Good stuff. Okay, let's see. I need some of that paper. I need a big box. Oh, the cat's finally playing with its toy, so it's leaving me alone. But you know what we're also doing? Like, so we're going out and doing a family day event today with the kids and whatnot today. But tomorrow, if any of you happen to be in the area, a couple of us are going to be at the Renaissance Festival. So if you happen to be in the area, if you are in Arizona and you feel like going to the Renaissance Fair and you happen to see us there, hey, great. Of course, we won't be all doing kinds of gun stuff. We're just going to be hanging out, having fun. And, you know, for like $100, you can just drink meat all day. Not bad. Not a bad day. Okay, let's move you here. Let's move you here. Yeah, this should work out just fine. You know, it's good that we have a lot of the uniformity on a lot of our packaging these days. And I'm sure some of you will see it. Like, you know, Blue Jay will see his package come in. And it's a lot of uniformity now. When we first started, it was whatever packaging materials we could get a hold of. And sometimes that meant reusing materials. And now everything's just ordered from a warehouse and it's all uniform. Every once in a while, we'll have to deviate based on an order from the traditional packaging. And it's like, oh, dang, this dude, like we had one guy who ordered 27 slides. And we would love to have given him a deal. He's not an LLC. He wasn't a business, so we couldn't give him like some wholesale deal. We did give him a discount. We told him like, hey, you know, like if it turns out he's a vet and he's ordering a bunch of stuff, and we're like, hey, there's a sale coming up if you want to wait. And he's like, no, I don't need to wait. And he's like, I got this covered. I'm like, okay, well, you know, he found out he's military. We gave him a military discount. And he's just like, it wasn't an LLC. And I'm like, do you have a friend who's an LLC? Like, you know, tried working with the guy on that. And he was totally cool. He's like, no, I just need these 27 slides. He's like, if I got, you know, paying full price is fine with me. And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. Thank you so much. That's very helpful. You know, because we've got employees, we've got bills to pay, we've got, you know, machines to get parts for, and so on and so on. So, you know, there's been a handful of times where people have just flat out refused to use the discounts. Like, no, I don't mind paying full price. It's like, oh, well, thank you. You know, not that I expect, like, I don't blame people for getting a discount, right? That's more ammo. That's more accessories. That's a new holster. That's more gas for your vehicle. You know, cat. Those are my wrapping papers. Cat's a little spaz. Oh, which box are you in now? Oh, yeah. All right, whatever. That's okay. Funny thing is, it's not like an orange cat. Those all have like one brain cell. Orange cats are fun, but they only have like one brain cell, I swear. Yeah, I don't blame people for getting it. Some people have actually concerned. They're like, hey, what if someone abuses your military discount? I don't care. If somebody wants to go on there and use the military discount, I don't care. You know, that's their own issues to deal with, you know, morally and whatever. If they want to do it, I don't care. Same thing with, like, we had a law enforcement discount. Somebody uses it that's not, I don't care. There's an EMT and firefighter discount. Somebody uses that's not, I don't care. That's their own moral quandary to deal with. That's between them, themselves, God, whatever they believe in. That's between them and them. If someone gets a discount, you know, I don't care. It's not going to break the bank here at Stiffler. And then, you know, they can use that money and do some training, get some more ammo, maybe take care of their own stuff. That's fine with us. Let's see. Where's that first? More coffee. And then there's Bill Poole coming in like a wild man, picking up the Leonidas at like 300. The Leonidas is definitely our most expensive unit. And Bill Poole's just like, I got this. Because I would say our most selling slide on an individual retail basis is probably the Zoom. You know, which is this one right here. Just we can do a lot of different designs and styles with it when it comes to Cerakote. So, you know, here is like our base model Zoom. It is nothing too fancy. It's absolutely functional. It works. And the design's not bad either. You got the chamfers. You've got good front grip serrations. You still got the RMR cut on it, so you can throw an optic on there if you want. It just works. Same thing with the helmet. It just works. Not a whole lot of changes on it. You know, it's not like the Viper, like we've all seen the Viper. Crazy front windows. A little bit of breech side face porting there. Why? A little bit minor front grip serration for some style and function. It's not like that. It's just functional. Front grip serrations. Maybe a little bit of styling there. Still got your optic cut. A little bit of top styling you can use. Maybe you need to rack it on the side of your belt or your holster or maybe a side of a table. You know, you don't know what kind of situation the future holds. But it's just functional. Where'd my little shot coin go? And we might make something like this for SHOT Show 2027. Something with a little Stiffler flair to it. We're working on some new patches. Nothing we're ready to show off yet. Just a lot of different designs so that we're going to bring something to SHOT Show and give them out for free. So if you're attending SHOT Show, but there might be something we do for like certain people, certain coins, certain patches where it's like you've got to ask about it, or You know, certain people, we just hand them out on a personal level. There's going to be the freebies. You show up to the booth, everybody can get one. But I'm thinking we might also do something a little more pricey, secretive, limited edition, I suppose. And then it's like, oh, hey, you talked to a certain employee, or hey, you talked to, you know, certain people about certain things, or hey, we visited your booth. And then there's also going to be stuff we're going to put on the website too. Like patches, we're almost completely out because of SHOT Show. So if anybody orders patches from us right now, it's going to be a little bit of a wait. I still yet to have a Leonidas in my collection, but I saw a black and gold fade that looked interesting. Yes, yes, that one's at the shop right now. We still have several Leonidases at the shop, and we might do limited production in the future. We stopped making them in regular production because people just weren't ordering them. But now, and I get it. New company, people want to figure things out. Why go for the heftiest slide? So they went with the Zoom, they went with the Hellet, some of them went with the Viper. When the Turbo came out, that was gangbusters. But the Leonidas, it kind of just sat in the background. It was a little more expensive. And the reason it's a little more expensive is it's harder to make. It's a lot more milling intensive than the other slides are. And it's easier to break tools on it. It's harder to deburr. It's harder to paint. So it's a little more expensive. And I get it. People, you know, they wanted to try out one of our slides, but they didn't want to go full in on the Leonidas. Even though people are like, dude, that looks so amazing. And it's like, oh, it does look amazing. It was actually the first slide we ever designed was the Leonidas. And it just, you know, after that we designed the Flash. Same thing with the Flash. Well, there's a couple things with the Flash. It's harder to produce, just like the Leonidas is. People did order it because that was our second model. But once we started coming out with other models, Flash kind of fell off because it's a little more expensive. There's also a company out there copying the Flash right now, which is funny. I'm assuming they bought one or they got the design from somebody, and they're out there making their own copy of it, which is kind of funny to us. But, you know, imitation, you know, sincerest form of flattery. That's okay. And yeah, we might do the Flash again in limited runs. But right now it is the Zoom, it is the Turbo, the Viper, the Hellet, and we do have some Leonidas in the background. And people can still get the Leonidas. They just have to reach out to us. Hey, I'd like to get one of your Leonidas slides, and we'll still sell one off. Oh, let's go see what this sales sheet is. Pop in here. How many do I have to? There it is. 4 orders. 4 orders of 4 to 4 different places. It's freaking wild. And I don't have to ship them out until February 2nd, but I'm going to ship them out today. Like, I like to ship stuff out as soon as we're able to. Let's see. Let's get some good idea of how much this is going to be on weight. Okay, of course we're going to have to wrap it up. So we'll go up on the weight. What are we thinking here? 9? 9? Probably 9. Unfortunately, some of these boxes we have don't actually list the sizing. So some of the boxes are great, and they'll list like, oh, it's an 8x6x4 box, you know, whatever. Some boxes don't, and so you actually have to measure them before you send them out. In this case, we are using some different boxes because these guys all order different stuff, and we don't have a size set up for this specific order. So we're going back to old school and reusing some stuff. Trusty old tape measure. What is this? 9x6x9. Interesting. Interesting sizing. Oh yeah, Leonidas, it's amazing. Love that slide. And there's a few out there. You know, who was one that we sent one to? Melly556 NATO. He has one of our Leonidas slides. Someone has a pink one. It was either Flash or Leonidas. Maybe it was the Gun Guy 77. We've collaborated with a few people, so I starts to blur after a minute, especially if they haven't collabed with us in a little while. Like Jack of All Trades has one of our Flashes. I think he also has a Viper. The Gun Guys with a Z, they have a couple of ours. I think one is a Hellet and one is a Flash. Then there is Magazine Magic. He has a Hellet. Poppy the Gun Guy, he has two different ones. I think one of them is a Viper. And I forget what the other one is. I think he might have a Turbo. Rebel Spirit, what's going on, brother? Yeah, he's got a pink one. G23 has one of our pink zoom slides. He just ran it on a Ruger RXM frame recently. And some people were saying that, like, well, a Stiffler slide won't work on a Ruger RXM. And I'm like, yeah, it will. I have a Ruger RXM. I bought one for that reason. And G23, same thing. He's like, yeah, I slapped it on an RXM. Runs great. I'm hoping they make Ruger RXMs in 17 and 26, too. That'd be cool. Just because the more stuff, you know? Like, it sucks that PSA doesn't make a frame for 17 yet. Hopefully they do. Grit Grips, I'm hoping they do, too. If they haven't already, I haven't seen one. Just because it gives us more stuff to test our stuff on. Just to be like, yeah, we tested it on this. Yeah, we tested it on that. Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot to account for the packing paper. Silly me. No, see, I thought so too. That's why when I actually bought a set, I bought the triple pack, the PSA Dagger full size S, compact, and micro all in one set for like 100, which was a great deal. The full size S is for the 19X, not for the 17. So they don't have a specific 17 frame. There we go. Forgot to account for some packing paper. All right, now let's do our test measurement, or our test weighing. Go away, cat. .8. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna have to call it 10. 10 just to be safe. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna change this to, what was my siding at? And go away, cat. It's gonna be my new thing. Those are not your Joanna eggs. Okay, and we'll call it 10. We'll call it 6. And we'll call it, it's always best to round up. 10 by 7 by 6. Always best. That's a weird box, but it's always best to round up. 10 by 7 by 6. And 10. Excellent. Grips only has the 19. About to release the 43X. I believe Dusty said he's moving to the 45 next. Yeah, well, interesting. The 45 is just another variant of the 19. So, for example, I know a guy who put one of our 19 Gen 3 slides on his Glock 45 Gen 5 frame. So they work. You can slap all the old Gen 3 19s, Gen 4, Gen 5 onto, the 45. You just got to swap out things like the backplate. And sometimes with the Gen 4... you might need a recoil spring adapter just to make it look good. But, yeah, plenty of videos out there on how to do it. Like, I'm forgetting the name of his channel at the moment. I feel bad. RTT Guns and Gear. He did one where he swapped our Gen 3 19 onto his 19X. Like, it's doable. You can do it and you can run it. Cool thing is you can put a 19 slide on a 26 frame. You can put a 17 on a 19 frame. Glock is Legos. Certain models, obviously, you can't put a 43 on a 26. You know, obviously there's some limitations. And I'm forgetting which, is it the Glock 23 or is it the 27 that's compatible with the 19? One of those two swaps back and forth. I forget. I was never big on 40 cal myself. Feels a little snappy to me, but a lot of people love it. It was a law enforcement round for a reason. That said, of course, having been in the Army, I know that sometimes contracts are, you know, people greasing palms and shit. So it is what it is. Like, I don't know, whoever came out with you guys remember the Army digital camo? Awful. Awful uniform. OCP was way better. It looked closer to the BDUs. Oh, we already showed this one. Let us show off. How about the Gold Viper? Anyway, the digital camo was awful. I'm sure somebody made some money on that on the back end. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody made money on that on the back end. Because that was just the worst camo ever. But I wore it. Yeah, the Army combat uniform in universal camouflage pattern. At least the Marines one looked good. The Marpat pattern, the digital Marpat, that actually looked kind of good. The whole desert motif, even the green one wasn't bad. The gravel kind of look that the Army got, awful. The only one worse than that was the frickin' Navy's, and that's because theirs was blueberries. The Air Force's was similar to ours at the time, but they had like a tiger stripe digital camo thing going on, which wasn't too bad. Of course, they were still sewing uniform patches onto it, if I remember right, which is kind of weird. And then, of course, the Air Force made the smart play when the Army switched over to OCP. They switched over to OCP as well, and the Space Force also OCP because Air Force. So that was actually really freaking smart, because why not wear the same uniform? And that's what it needs to be. The Army needs to kind of just unfuck itself a little bit and say, okay, we have a good duty uniform in these ACU OCPs, the Army combat uniform in operational camouflage pattern. They need to run that and just stick with it. And if we deploy to a desert, fine. Issue them some new DCUs. That's it. If we go to some Arctic bullshit place, you know, go fight in the Arctic, fine. Issue them a winter uniform. And then when they get back home, OCPs again. But for most of the world, you know, you're deployed to Europe, OCPs are going to work great. You're in North America, OCPs are going to work great. South America, OCPs are going to work great. Frickin' even in the jungle, you know, going somewhere in Asia or the Pacific, OCPs will work just fine. You know, if you need to make the pattern anyway, if you need to make like a weather variant, you know, for hot weather and stuff, fine. The pattern will work just fine though. And okay, great. We brought back the pinks and greens of World War II. Keep it. Don't do anything with it. Just keep it. And then we still have the ASUs from, you know, they're supposed to be linked to the Civil War, because if you kind of do a side-by-side comparison, you can kind of see where they were coming at with that. It's like, okay, fine. Keep that as, you know, a ceremonial uniform. Good to go. The Marines did it right. The Marines didn't change their uniform for like 180 years. Maybe less than that. Maybe it was 150 years, whatever. But the Marines just kept the same damn uniform and just kept improving textiles. So that's why it's so freaking iconic. The Army's like, we're going to change our uniform every 10 years. Somebody's making money on the back end. You know that's what it is. Ah, freaking digital, though. Digital. Such an awful... The only ones that made it look good were the Marines. Everyone else's looked like crap. Oh, right on. And I don't know what they were thinking with the Navy. Hey, guys, let's put all of our guys in digital camo out at sea. Okay. Whatever. Hey, let's make it blue so that when you fall in the water, we can't find you even faster. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. I mean, obviously you're noticeable, you know, on land. But yeah, cool. A dude falls overboard. Blue uniform. That's fucking smart. Oh, man. Wild. Let's see. Who's this going to? Who am I shipping this to? I am shipping this off to Maryland? Huh. I don't ship slides to Maryland very often. That's okay. We're shipping a slide to Maryland. Well, 4 slides to Maryland, actually. Let me go check this here. Let's go pull open my sales records. Why is that there? Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Open location. Fine. If you're going to be weird about it, we're going to do it this way. Okay, you're in downloads, and you are desktop. Before, I think we were testing woodland blue patterns for them before that. Yeah, that sounds familiar. It's just the whole concept. You know, it doesn't make any sense, and I know somewhere, somehow, some way, somebody was making money who shouldn't have been making money. That's all it was. Somebody was making money who shouldn't have been. Let's see. Here we go. Sales records. Okay, what do we have here? This is for January, and that's also for January. Okay. January's almost over. Got to get all my sales records in correctly. What are you? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Man, I have found such easier ways to ship stuff now, too, though. Oh my goodness, so much easier ways. Going directly through the post office sometimes, you were just wasting money. Okay, what's this one? Was this... Okay, this was from the 26th. Okay, so we'll swap that out. New labels. Can you port the Echelon 4.0C? No. No, we don't do any custom porting on other people's slides. We just make our own slides. So what we do is we mill a bar of 17.4 stainless steel, and then we turn it into these slides right here. You know, something like our Zoom slide, basic model, no porting, our Hellet with a little more style to it. I don't have a turbo with me, but that one is a ported slide. Here is our Viper, triple ported windows, a little bit of extra design work in it. All of them, of course, come Trigicon RMR flat optic cut ready. So, you know, things like the Holosun 507, Gideon Optics, Omega Red Dot, Sileys Wolfex Pro, you know, things like that. So, yeah, we do a lot of we make everything ourselves for our own slides, just out of a chunk of steel. On an Echelon frame? What's it designed for already? I'm not 100% familiar with it. Is it Springfield? How new is it? That's the big issue right there, is how long has the Echelon been out? If it's still under patent, we can't touch it. So things like, you know, Colt 1911, which we might do, the 2011 we might do sometime in the future, there's no patent on it. All the Glocks, Gen 1 through 5, no patents. Gen 6, still a little iffy, and V-Series still a little iffy. The CZ was C75, no patent, but the new 10, there's a patent. So basically, if there's a patent, it's too new and you can't touch it. Otherwise, you're opening yourself to litigation, or at the very least, if you can come to an agreement, you then have to pay fees to whatever company you copied from. So once the patent's expired, you're good to go. You're good to touch it. And we are looking to expand outside of, Glock. But part of it depends on whether or not we can find distributors and vendors to also pick it up. Because if it's just a one-off, it's not worth our time and it's not worth charging the customer way too much money to do a one-off. But if we can get a distributor or vendor on board, they order, like the two recent orders I did, 625 units of 19 and 17 slides, and then a 300 order for another business. Which one did they get? They got turbo slides, 300 turbos, 19s. So that's where we then can provide individually to regular customers who only want one or two or maybe five. And if we were to do one-offs, it'd be stupid expensive because we do volume production. So anytime we were to take like just one slide design and run it on a machine to figure it out, we're doing programming time. And then you're also halting production on probably about right now 60 slides or so. And that's where it just becomes, it's expensive. We're talking about occasionally getting a small machine to do one-off work, but that's still like a 20 grand investment easy. And then of course, we can do custom things if we do get it. Yeah, small quantities is not always worth it. But if we do get that machine, we could do things like optic cuts, and we're debating it, but we'd still have to drop at least 20 grand. And so we'd have to make sure the investment is worth it. Right now, of course, all of our slides come optic cut ready, using Trigicon RMR flat. But we're looking at the 365. It looks like we can make slides for the SIG 365. The old M&P for Smith & Wesson, I think we can touch those. Not the new 2.0. Everyone wants a 2.0 one, but it's too new. It's still under patent. So can't touch those. But that's why you see so many Glock slide manufacturers out there, is that the Glock patent expired. So everybody can touch it. And kind of what sets us different is we're using 17.4 stainless, this big old chunk here. A lot of other companies are using 416R. Now, 416 is great gun steel. It's good for barrels. It's even good for slides. There's just less you can do with it. It's far less corrosive resistant than 17.4 is. 17.4 has got a good chunk of chromium in it. It's heat treated. Ours is heat treated before we even start cutting it. So fresh out of the machine, you can slap it on a frame and shoot it. 416 for most manufacturers, they got to send it off after they've cut it. It's got to get heat treated. That could take anywhere from 4 weeks if you're lucky. 6 weeks used to be the average, but lately I've seen 18 weeks on heat treating, and that's just insane. So yeah, you're waiting. That's like some people have complained like, hey, I'm waiting such a long time for my slide to get shipped to me. And it's because, yeah, your slide's probably being heat treated. And then it needs to have, finishing pass done through it on the machine after it's been heat treated to address any potential warping. And then it gets coated and then it gets sent off. So whereas ours, it's harder steel, which is harder on the tools, but it creates a product so much quicker that's ready to go. Just boom, cut it, go. I mean, yeah, you're going to break tools faster than you are on 416, but in our opinion, it creates a better product. And, it's not just our opinion alone. You've got Zev, Zafiri, Grey Ghost, Brownells used to be, but they were all running 17.4 steel too, for a good reason. Yeah, it's rough on tools, and it's a rough metal to work with, but it creates a good, corrosive-resistant, hard slide. I mean, 416, it'll even corrode if you don't coat it after cutting it. Yes, technically it's stainless steel, but that's a complaint about it in the manufacturing process, is that you have to get 416 coated after it's been cut, or even if it's just sitting in bar form, you've got to make sure it has a coating of something on it, so that it doesn't just oxidize. And 17.4, we don't have that issue. We could literally just set it outside in the rain, dry it off, put it in the machine, run it. So long as everything's done right, stuff happens, right? Murphy's Law. We actually got a bad steel shipment a while back, and it wasn't heat treated correctly, and we had to call the manufacturer that we got it from. We're like, hey, this is the issues we're having, and we sent the steel back to them, and they apologized and sent us new steel, which unfortunately that delayed a shipment, but that's life. Stuff happens. And the customer was, very understanding. They're like, oh yeah, thank you for making sure I got good quality steel on our slides. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like if we find something wrong, we're going to tell you. And thankfully the steel company we're working with was able to get it fixed and handled for us. But that's life, that's business. Stuff happens. You just got to roll with it when it happens. Oh, let's download. Actually, no. Let's relabel these real quick. I'm about to. Some of the work you're hearing me do in the background is I am boxing up slides to be sent out. Right now, I'm shipping out 4 to Maryland. We ship everywhere in the U.S. except California right now because of their new law. So we're working with some distributors to potentially get our stuff to California. So like MMC Armory, Delta Team Tactical, Davidson Defense. There's one other one. But anyway, we're working with some distributors and vendors to send stuff to California because their crazy new laws are just awful. And we used to try, and we were working with FFLs directly for a brief period of time. But even some of the FFLs have halted. They're like, yeah, look, we don't want to do this right now. We're waiting just to see where things settle. And, real unfortunate for Californians. But I mean, hey, you guys voted on what you voted on. So that's, sucks to be you. Rest of the country's not going to bend just because you're big old California. Oh. Used to be such a nice place to visit, too. Oh, and so YouTube isn't all crazy. This is a coffee cup. Yeah, this is a coffee cup, YouTube. Don't spaz out. A friend of mine got me a fidget spinner revolver coffee cup. So I'm having fun with that. Let's see. What do we have here? These are the... Uh-oh. I mislabeled that. Let's fix that real quick. Funny enough, today is supposed to be my day off. We are going to go out with the family later and have some fun, go have a day of it. But I got to get these slides shipped out today. Well, technically I don't have to get them shipped out until Monday, but I like to ship them out as soon as they're ready. So let's see. Here's the 13 we're looking at for Wisconsin. Okay, so we're shipping these out to Wisconsin. This is just a 1 shipment. Okay. Yeah, thanks for understanding. It's, I wish we could do it all. I really do. It just requires more machines, more employees, more investment. It'll come with time. We've been growing steadily for 3 years. So it's going to take some more time is all. Let's see, where's this one headed off to? This one is a single unit heading off to West Virginia. Right on, right on. And Virginia just passed a bunch of new crazy BS, or is trying to pass a bunch of new crazy BS. Feel bad for Virginia. I hope the Virginians put up a good fight. I hope there's some good lawsuits popping in on it. We'll see what happens. Oh, actually, here's something we were working with a customer of ours. He wanted custom shark stenciling. So we were able to reach out, through Tactical Penguin, get some good stencils, and we were able to make these shark stencils for him. And that noise you're hearing in the background is our wonderful cat, who, because we are on live, and because they are cooking food in the background, she is just up everybody's leg right now. Give me attention, give me food. Okay, so let's get this one printed. And we did just attend SHOT Show, for those of you not aware. We're going to do it again next year. This is our 2nd time doing SHOT Show, so next year will be our 3rd time doing it. Super big, super fun. Exhausting. My goodness, is it exhausting. You're going to walk an easy 20,000 steps without trying. And then if you're actually trying to meet people and go out and do stuff, you're going to do a lot more. So it is a walking intensive event. There are 2,800 booths, over 50,000 people. There are distributors, vendors, manufacturers, investors, here from the U.S., of course, but also from other countries. I've met more than a few British, Canadian, French, Dutch, Ukrainian, Chinese, Hong Kong, that was really awkward watching those two glare each other down. Who else? Brazil. Man, there were so many. So many. Poland. A lot of different people from different countries. France, I might have said France already. Just a lot of different countries just going there and looking to invest. The British were great. They were fun to talk to. Some other ones, very awkward. They'd show up, pick up your product, take a photo of it, and then leave. That was usually the Chinese ones. And it's like, it's not patented. They don't need to, there's nothing to copy. Glock isn't patented anymore. Anybody can make them if they want to. And the cat jumped into a box. I feel like, with this cat around, I feel like you got to be that parent that's just like, bet you won't do that shit again. But then the cat does it again. uh, it's wild. Let's fix that chat filter too. All messages. Always got to auto or automatically update it to all messages. This one is going off to Maryland. Okay, let's get these set out. Here's the packing slip. And by all means, if you guys got questions, please feel free to ask. That's all I'm doing this morning is just chilling, getting slides shipped out, enjoying my morning coffee, shaped like a revolver. I've been doing this for 3 years now. We're a small business, veteran owned and operated, family run, small business. We've been doing this for 3 years, running 17-4 steel, doing our own Cerakote. It's all done in-house. Do all our own milling work, do all of our own Cerakote work. In-house. One-stop shop on that. The funny thing is we've already fed the cat once, and it's gotten a treat. The little glutton. The absolute little glutton. Okay, there we go. Here is from... Oh, man, we got 330s. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so 30 January. They ordered these late last night. They ordered them through our eBay, so that's why it's letting us have shipping until Monday. But it's like, nah, it's Saturday. I'll just get them out today. And then they can ship out over the weekend. Good to go. Okay, there we go. Do I have another eBay talk here somewhere? I think I do. Oh, yep, we did. We had one from California on the 26th. That's right. That's right. Well, that makes sense. Okay, let's open up 26. Not the most exciting lap, I know. We'll be doing some more range ones. You can see them on our Instagram and stuff. This one here is our 19 Hellet in shimmer aluminum. Pretty popular color. And yeah, we'll be doing some more shooting videos, some more range videos. We got to get out to the desert and get a tripod out there and just start unloading and doing a lot of, just fun videos. Let's see, rename on this one for 26 Jan 26. There we go. What I want to take, honestly, I want it for myself. We showed this one off at SHOT Show, and I just want this one for myself. SCT frame, PMAG. That's a Gideon Optics, red dot on top. The threaded barrel and sights are coming in from Delta. Parts kits, SCT, upper and lower. And the slide, of course, is ours. SM19 Viper in crocodile tiger stripe. And is a crocodile green, which is a metallic flake H series Cerakote, and graphite black, also an H series Cerakote. Oh yeah, I love it. It reminds me of like 1980s action movies. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger putting the camo face paint on, and I think it looks good. Oh, food's done. Cooking up breakfast potatoes. Did you know once upon a time people used to think potatoes were poisonous? Yeah, if I remember correctly, some noble, some king or whatever had to put potatoes in his personal garden and put a fence around it to get people to think it was valuable so they would steal it. And he just let them steal it. I think that's how the story goes. Yep, the cat is super loud. Wants attention from everybody. She's cooking food, and I'm, of course, live, so the cat's just running back and forth. Meow, meow. Yep.
Yeah.
Cat's being all fussy. Oh. But, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys might be in Arizona, but yeah, we'll be at the Ren Fair tomorrow. And then we're probably going to go, like, at least 2 more times. Love the Ren Fair. Good family fun. Let's see, what's today's shipping date? Today should be the 31st, right? Yep, 31st. Okay. There we go. Some lucky SOB in Maryland getting 4 slides. Good for them. There we go. We'll pop that in there. Make sure to slap a bunch of Fragile stickers on that. If you get that joke, you should probably get your prostate checked. We're all old. Yeah, Bill Poole, you should check out. We're posting a lot of the stuff. I need to get a lot of it reposted over to YouTube. But we are posting a lot of the new slides and stuff on Instagram if you're not over there yet. Yep, a lot of the new stuff is just getting posted to Reels real quick over on Instagram. I might pop over there and do a live there too. We've been chilling in here for over an hour. You guys have been pretty awesome. Okay. Get some good Fragile stickers on here. Oh, this is so much easier at the work desk. I'm doing this all on my lap right now. When are we going to do latkes? Should do some latkes. Cat, the food is not for you. You've been fed twice. Though upside, the cat is distracted right now. So normally she'd be trying to pop up here and knock these slides down. And so at least she's distracted at the moment. Yep, cat's distracted by the food. You can't even eat potatoes, cat.
Why?
Pretty sure they can't eat potatoes. This is what Google's for. Someone Google this. Everyone uses it for cat memes and pornography. Google exists for learning things. And for those of you that don't know, we are in Arizona. That is where Stiffler Manufacturing is based out of. And we do a lot of our milling. We do all of our milling. All of it's in Arizona. The state that purchases the most slides, though, Utah. Utah gets the most slides. Some people think it'd be like Texas or something, or no, it's Utah. That said, a lot of side states like, New York, states that are not very 2A friendly. So New York, Washington, Maryland, they do order slides. Maryland, not as much. They did for a little while there. There was a lot of slides they were ordering. California was up until the ban. I'm sorry to say quite a few Californians got angry with us when we stopped. But yeah, there's a few that harass us to this day. Where they're just like, just ship it. We're not going to tell anybody. Just ship it. I'm like, yeah, you totally don't sound like an ATF agent right now. Yeah, we'll get right on that, Mr. Not an ATF agent. There we go. All wrapped up nice and good. Big old Fragile sticker on there. See if I weighed this correctly. See if I screwed myself out of an ounce or not. Nope, it was worth doing it for the 10. Always round up, people. Always round up when you're doing your shipping. Okay, so this is going off to Maryland. Let us print out that shipping label, and we'll get that affixed. But I might pop over. Yeah, we'll probably... This is where it becomes really difficult, right? So, some of you have met me either at SHOT Show or some other thing, or just me doing lives here. But I'm Robert. I run the social media and marketing and stuff for Stiffler. And it is rough because I have to, do lives here, and then also do lives over on Instagram, and then on Rumble, and then try to do them on Facebook without getting banned. And same thing with YouTube because, YouTube's shenanigans. Some of you were around. I think Bill remembers that YouTube actually suspended us once because they said we touched a live firearm on a stream when we were using a green screen. The AI or the bot or whatever they were using to do their auto detection could not differentiate the difference between a green screen and an actual firearm. Even though you have to select green screen to use green screen, you'd think it'd be able to put 2 and 2 together. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, But no, it couldn't. And so we got a 1-day suspension. And what is it using now? Gemini? What is their new AI? Talked to a lot of 2A content creators, and they said ever since YouTube went to that, their algorithm's gone to complete and total shit. Which, not surprising. Not surprising at all. Oh, I'm going to have to go get the charger for this soon. But, yep, so I will probably, we've been doing this for almost an hour and 15 minutes. So we'll at the hour 15 mark. 1 more minute. You guys ask your last minute questions. Then I'm going to pop on over to Instagram probably and start a live there. And we'll just keep this going, at least until my throat can't handle it anymore. But of course, here at Stiffler, where everyone gets stiff with Stiffler, we can handle quite a bit. Haha, jokes. But if you can't laugh at American Pie, you're in the wrong place. So who's got what? Final questions, comments, concerns? If I don't know the answer, I'll make something up. It'll be fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, I like shipping slides to states that hate guns because it just lets me know that there's a little pocket of freedom in there. It's a little bit of resistance, a little bit of America. Of course, everything within the confines of the law, you know? Systemic noise, what's going on, man? The Knights Armament CEO, is that the one that got arrested recently for going crazy or something? I heard a very little bit about it, but we've been so busy lately, I just haven't kept 100% up to date, you know? But there we go, box for Maryland ready. Now we got to go do the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next day, and the next day. Oh, where's this next one going out to? Get shipping label. This next one is going out to Indiana. All right. Like me some Indiana. Let's see, which box am I using this time? It should be about the same dimensions, I do believe. Let's take a quick look. Because if it's the same dimensions, I can just copy and paste on this one. It is the same dimensions. I love that. Freaking love it. Rattling wind chimes in someone's backyard video. Oh, wow. Dude, having a breakdown or... Don't get me wrong, we posted some fun videos. Running your own business is not it's not easy. We posted some fun reels and videos about going crazy, but we have not you know, gone into people's yards or anything. Usually we just have a good cookout with the boys, play some video games, go out to the range, get some range therapy in, and you know, we're good. Got to go have some time with the family, and you're good. That is something I think we all learned, you know, Stiffler and myself, we learned from our time in the military, is that family time is incredibly freaking important. And getting out with the boys is incredibly freaking important to your mental health. You just got to go out and have some fun once in a while. De-stress. Oh yeah. I might need a second pair of hands for this one. This is going to be a fun one to wrap. Okay. He's been arrested a bunch before, so his annual... Oh, okay. Florida guy. Yeah. You know, funny enough, Stiffler Manufacturing, we actually started in Florida when we first started, right? So we were in Florida for like 6 months, starting as a brand new business. And then we uprooted and went back to our home state of Arizona. And people have asked, like, hey, why did you guys... Because there was a bunch of gun manufacturing stuff in Florida, a bunch of vendors, and they're like, hey, why don't you link up with these people? I'm like, well, one, we were still a new business. We didn't know everybody back then that we know now. And two, just Arizona offered, of course, better gun laws, better support, and, you know, of course, family and friends and whatnot. So just a better environment for our business to grow. And then, of course, it ended up working out real great because where is SHOT Show? It's in Nevada, right next to Arizona. We just drive there. So the last two SHOT Shows, you know, this one that was this month and then the one last year, we just drove there. Makes it super simple, super easy for us. And I dropped it. And so some of you who were not here earlier, if you weren't here earlier, I'm wrapping slides to be shipped off. I've already prepped 4 for Maryland. These are going off to Indiana. So getting slides shipped off to other states, but to some cool people, some 2A loving people. That's wild. I'll have to go look it up and see the video, but you know, I don't like to crap on other businesses and stuff. You know, people got their own stuff going on, and sometimes it's just karma, and you get what you get. Like, there's a few that I know that have gone under. They're not in business anymore, and you know, sometimes it's just like, well, yeah, but you weren't the friendliest person, and you were doing some sketchy stuff, and well, you know, sometimes karma's a bitch. You know, it happens. What will be, will be. Are they done? Mm-hmm. Are they hot?
Well, no.
No, okay, good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hot.
They just keep fucking over.
It's a little hot.
What do you expect?
They're a little hot. It's burning. It's burning my fingers. It's hot. Potato, bacon, and cheese. Made them want to buy. Yeah, a little bit of craziness. It's like, yeah, this guy. Let's go get his stuff. We've posted a few fun videos from when we were at SHOT Show. Nothing crazy. But some people saw them and they were just like, y'all are just regular people. And it's like, all of us are just regular people. Like, ain't nothing special. Just people who love guns. And now we make gun parts. And it's like, we're just regular people. Little mini twice baked potato. Yeah, it's a little hot. So, boom. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. America. Bacon, cheese, and potato action. You know, these are good, but they need like a dollop of sour cream, small one, a little bit of chopped up green onions, and maybe like a sprinkle of cracked pepper and some sea salt. And then they'd be, yeah.
Are you ranch and sour cream?
That'd be great. Rancher's sour cream with ranch. Cat, are you messing with my shipping materials? Yes, you are. Oh, this cat. Okay, guys, so it's been almost an hour and a half on this platform. I am going to pop over to our Instagram and keep doing live there. I got to try to share the love between all the platforms, so I'll drop the link in the chat if you guys want to pop over. If not, hey, just have a great 2A day. Boom, there we go. We are prepping possibly to go to a gun show locally next month. We'll do some recording and stuff there, but should be exciting. Just dropped that link to the Instagram, and man, you guys all have a great day and stay 2A.